Howdy, see here. I'm just gonna talk at you for a little bit, but I'm sure a lot of people want to hear what is in the title, which is me talking about Scott Cawthorn retiring from making Five Nights at Freddy's games. I didn't even know he was making anymore, but well, and I don't really want to talk about it too much because it involves politics. And if you know me, I don't really like talking politics because it's just a fucking mess. But we'll read through his post. So just read through that, and then afterwards, I'm gonna talk just bullshit. So, all right, let's go over here. So I'll read through this. Before I say anything else, check out this awesome piece of fan art. Pretty amazing stuff, right? Not really. I gotta be honest, not really. I have box and box of artwork like this from fans that I've saved over the years. I've tried to answer as many letters as I could, and I apologize to anyone that I've missed somehow. Someday, when I have a bigger living room, maybe I'll make a giant collage of all the fan art I've collected. Stuff like this has made it all worthwhile to me over the last 7 years. I've had a blessed, fulfilling, and rich career, and I've been shown great kindness, and I've tried to show great kindness in return. I've tried to make good games. Let the debate ensue. At least is aware. I'm not a Five Nights at Freddy's fan whatsoever, but and I've witnessed the creation of possibly the most creative and talented fan base on the planet. But here on the 7th anniversary of the first game's trailer, as I realized that I was in my mid-30s when I created the series, and now I'm approaching my mid-40s, I realized that I miss a lot of things, and I've got to focus on before FNAF became such a success. I miss making games for my kids. I miss doing it for fun, and I miss making RPGs, even though I stink at it. Was that a poke at the FNAF world, or whatever the fuck it is called? Fair enough. All of this to say that I'm retiring. I've been shown tremendous love and support over this last week, a lot of which has come from the LGBTQ community. Why am I so bad at reading right now? The kindness showed to me has been surreal. I'm so bad at reading. I'm dyslexic. Don't make fun of me. Is this the end of FNAF? No. This just means that someone else will come and eventually be running the show. Someone of my choosing and someone that I trust. I just gotta get into the flow of it. We will have to wait and see how it all plays out, but an announcement will be made at some point. I have 6 kids now. Holy shit, this man's been rolling. God damn, 6 fucking kids. Although one of them is currently the size of a blueberry, I love them dearly. They are my whole world and my whole universe. I want to focus my attention on them, focus on protecting them, and spend my time making things for them. I only ask that my fan base respects my decision. I will be around, just not in the capacity that I used to be. What a blessed career I've had. What wonderful people I've met. And what a tremendous blessing it has been to know all of you. Thank you so much. See you on the flip side. And that's it. He's retiring. Scott Cawthorn, creator of the FNAF series. So, the reason I don't really want to talk about this very much is because I don't know if it's true. I have very limited knowledge on the background of this. I've only heard it secondhand. But supposedly he's been getting a lot of hate recently. You call it cancel culture. I don't know what you want to call it. Call it whatever the fuck you want. I don't really give a shit. But there's been a lot of there's been a group of people, funny enough, he mentions it here, the LGBTQ community, that have gone after him for supporting Republican candidates, I think. He made donations to anti-LGBTQ candidates or something to that extent. That's what I heard. I don't really know if it's true, so don't take it as factual. It's just what I've heard. And it could be fact. I don't know. I'm just going off what I heard secondhand. So, he's been getting a lot of harassment over that, from what I've heard. I have to make that very clear since people don't listen. Allegedly, he has been getting harassment from the LGBTQ community because he supported Republican candidates or something to that extent. So, that is what I have heard, allegedly, is why this happened. There you go. If that's the case, it kind of sucks, but on it, for me personally, I didn't even really want to talk about this that much, which is why I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot. Just going to be at the start of the video, and then we're going to move on to talking about bullshit that I actually want to talk about. I just felt like I needed to cover this because I thought it was, interesting. Say, like, it's, FNAF is honest. I mean, I don't love the games. They're not that fucking scary to me. They, you know, whatever. I don't love the games to any extent. But, except for the second game. The second game I kind of like a little bit. It's more reactionary based. But aside from that, I mean, I don't love the games. Not at all. But I don't know, I just thought it's kind of like an interesting thing to see someone that blew up out of nowhere and has now retired after 7 years. And keep in mind, even before FNAF, he was making shit. It just wasn't popular whatsoever. As far as the LGBTQ thing, I really don't want to get into that, but I also feel like I should say that it shouldn't be surprising, I guess, that he supported Republican candidates that are against the LGBTQ shit because he is Christian. It's just like, you know, I really don't want to get into it because I don't think strongly any kind of particular way. I have friends that are in the LGBTQ community. I have friends that are against it. Like, I'm a middleman. I don't take sides, except my own. So, I don't know what to tell you on that. I'm just saying that it should not be surprising that he took a stance. If he allegedly did, you know, if he did. I don't know for a fact that he did. I don't have documents. It's just what I've heard. So, that being said, I'm not surprised if that's the case. That's all I'm going to say on it, because I probably already said more than I wanted to. So, keep that in mind. His original games were Christian games. He's a Christian or Catholic, something like that. Should not be surprised if that's the case. Hate him or love him for it, I don't care. That's your opinion. I can't help but find the irony that this happens during Pride Month, though. See, I just look for funny shit. I just look for the funny shit, you know? The irony of it happening during Pride Month. That if it's true, the LGBT community attacks him during Pride Month. I don't know. That's just ironic to me, I guess. Love everybody. Or I don't love anybody, so I'm the opposite. Alright, anyways, we're done talking about this. I spent more time than I wanted to, so we're just gonna go back here, and I'm gonna talk bullshit at you. If you were only here for the FNAF bullshit, then see ya. If you want to stick around and listen to me talk bullshit, then do that. So, we're at the end of E3. It's over. It's done. It was a good E3 for me, I would say. You know, with my biases towards Bethesda games. Stalker. Xbox, I mean, they really killed it for me in the first, like, 10 minutes of the conference. They hit me with a double whammy. They hit me with the Starfield. They hit me with the fucking Stalker, too. I was dead. You know, I was like... Whew. The only thing they could have did was hit me with that Fable 4. But it's alright. I didn't even need it. You know, Fable 4, I could have gone without. Doesn't matter. I wish they would have had me seen some more Starfield. I'm gonna be 25. I'll be 10. I'll be 25 8 days after Starfield releases. But whatever. It's just weird to think about. But yeah, that's Starfield, that's Stalker, Stalker 2. Damn, dude. I mean, I got what I wanted for. I don't play a lot of, like, random shit. I play the shit I know I'll like. You know, and I had a good time at E3. I'll say that much. I had a good time with E3. Even seeing shit that I know I'll never play, it was still like a good time. I just gotta say, man, some of these conferences though, they fucking sucked. Like Square Enix, Capcom, those are bad. Oh yeah, there was also the Nintendo Direct. They showed off the Tekken character. I don't remember his name, even though I've played Tekken. I used to play Tekken. I don't remember his name. Kid, starts with the K. They announced him for Smash, and I was like, that's pretty fucking sick, man, considering what I thought was gonna be there. Someone had told me that it was gonna be Angry Birds, and I was mad as fuck. But they actually came out with a good announcement for the Smash Bros. Fuck that game still, because the input lag, but whatever. And they showed off Breath of the Wild 2. I was super happy about that. I didn't make a video on it because I just watched it right then and there. Oh yeah, they also showed off Elden Ring during E3. So yeah, I mean, they really hit me on every spot I wanted to. Like Starfield, Elden Ring, fucking Stalker, like that. That's one of the, those are like 3 biggest games in my life. Or from the companies anyways. Obviously, I've never played a Starfield game because no one has. But yeah, I was super excited for all that shit. Yeah, they showed up Breath of the Wild, which I loved. Breath of the Wild 2. That shit looks so good to me. Some people are calling it Breath the Mild, but I was like, how are you calling it Breath the Mild when this dude's like starting out like a skyward sword, chopping from the sky, then he's got like a big fucking machine gun hand. That ain't mild to me. You must have never played the first game. I love the first game, but seeing some of the shit that was in that trailer, Breath of the Wild 1 looks mild compared to that. Y'all tripping, homie. I don't know. So, they showed off the SMT game that apparently it's been announced. Maybe? I have a friend that's into SMT. I've always wanted to get into like Persona and SMT, but something about the game I'm just like, I'm not that super into. But SMT I think would be pretty cool. The new one. They made him into Super Femboy. Like he started out as regular Femboy. Then he got turned into Super Femboy. That shit had me rolling, dude. So, I don't know. There's just a bunch of good shit at this E3. Even though it's digital. Game Pass. Proven every fucking time I look at it that it's worth the price. I like owning games. I've used Game Pass. It was fucking good. But I mean, I know Devolver fucking ripped on the whole Game Pass shit, but honestly, it's such a fucking good value. I would completely understand if you came up to me and said you have Game Pass. It's worth it, especially if you don't buy a lot of games, you know. I had it because I'd buy the games that I knew I'd love, and then it would give me access to games that, you know, I would never buy, but I could just play, and they're on Game Pass. Like, tell me why. I'd never buy that fucking game. That's not part of my repertoire of games I need to play. But I played it because it was there, and I could download it just like snap of the finger. So, yeah. Let me get on to something else here. Oh, E3, good. I liked it a lot. Good E3 for me. Skipping on, I uploaded a Fallout 76 video. It'll technically be yesterday by the time this comes out. Fallout 76. Alright. So during the whole Xbox conference, they showed off, I think, The Pit. Coming to Fallout 76. I love The Pit. That was probably my favorite. Mothership Zeta, maybe. Point Lookout. All of the fucking Fallout 3 DLCs I love. I'll just say that. Right? But I really love The Pit. So when they showed off The Pit for Fallout 76, I knew that I had to fucking play some Fallout 76. I had to build up a character so I could play it. So I made a video on it yesterday. It was the day before, really, but I uploaded it yesterday. Blah, blah, blah. And I was so excited to play. And guess what? I ended up loving Fallout 76. It's a confession. I gotta be honest, I love Fallout 76. It's actually really fucking fun. I barely met any other players. There's some really interesting areas with good writing in them. The Wastelanders was fun, but, you know, other than the building, I didn't like the building all that much. I never liked building in their games. Fallout 4, it sucked. Fallout 76, I still hate it. It's cool to see when other players do it, but I don't like fucking doing it because that ain't what I like. But, I mean, it's a fun fucking game, dude. You can just, like, relax and play it. You can play it actively. It's almost a little RuneScape-ish in that kind of way, where you can just, like, passively go through shit and grind, or you can, like, actively play it and, like, do areas and, like, listen to the dialogue, read all the lore. It's fantastic for that. Maybe your RuneScape was a bad comparison. I don't know. I haven't played RuneScape in a long time. I'm talking about old school RuneScape. But yeah, I mean, it's fun to play, especially now that they have like NPCs in the game. I'm sure I could probably understand the criticism that it has for, you know, pre-Wastelanders, because it was like an empty place. All you had was other players, and I mean, obviously there was still writing, and I think there was still like audio logs, but there was no character. But now they got fucking like, they got characters in the game. They got skill checks. The level up system is not to my taste exactly, because I like having skills, but it's at least intricate enough to have me interested. With the perk cards, it's not something that I like. I like I like Marwin's level of skills. You know, like a group of skills is assigned to a stat, and then the stat you raise up, and forever, if you have to raise up the stat enough to unlock that amount of skills. You know, I like that shit and the more hardcore type stuff. But even for what the Fallout 76 does, yeah, I can work with it. I'll be okay. And then you can get like mutations and diseases that affect stats. I think that's interesting. There's a lot of really cool fucking enemy designs that I've hit. I played it for like 7 fucking hours today because I was off today. You know, I didn't have anything to do. And I had a fucking good time. I gotta be fucking honest with you. Maybe it's my Bethesda bias coming in here, but I just love the way they make their games. I can fucking play them for hours and hours on end and not even blink an eye. I don't know. I just love it. I mean, I unlocked my 10mm SMG earlier. Found that laying around somewhere. Killed some mole men. I went to go become a fucking fire breather. I'm trying to level up to 20 to continue with the Wastelanders quest. I'm going to go get the vaccine for the Scorched Plague. I'm just exploring around this building. I unlocked this. I like saved this thing called the Mother Load, and it like blew up through the fucking like floor. It's fun. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm sorry if you're like on that bandwagon that's just like super anti-Bethesda now because they fucked up at the start of Fallout 76, but it's just fun. It's a fun fucking game. It's interesting. It has some good writing in it, believe it or not. But sorry. I like Fallout 76 now, and I'm probably gonna play it. And goddamn it, I might upload some more on my channel. Hell, I'll probably do a Let's Play of the Fallout 76 DLC that's coming out soon, and then the Pit that comes out after it. I mean, I just gotta be honest with you. I like that fucking game. I almost kind of felt like I cucked myself out of not having a good time in a Bethesda game. Like, the last time I played Bethesda games that were new was when Fallout 4 came out, and it's been a fucking while. So, you know, it's refreshing to see their new ideas in a game. Even though it looks very similar to Fallout 4, you can tell, like, those quality of life things that they added in. It's just nice. Can't lie, dude. And it also gives you some insight into how they're gonna develop like Starfield in a way. You know, like you take the ideas they had in 76 and it kind of shows you a little bit of how I mean, obviously they're not gonna have multiplayer in it, I don't think. But, you know, the small shit. The small shit as far as like, you know, UIs and quality of life things. It shows you that stuff. And I think that's interesting. See, like, if they'll implement those quality of life things over to Starfield. So, yeah, I mean, I just can't lie. I like 76. I'm going to keep playing it, and I feel like I really cucked myself out of playing a Bethesda game after all these years. So, it is what it is. At any rate, I guess I don't really have much more to say. I've talked about the Scott Cawthorn retiring, talked about E3 was pretty good. I've talked about how I found new love in 76, even though I talked a little bit of shit about it during the Xbox conference. But shit, I mean, hey, if you play 76, I was gonna say hit me up, but I don't think I'd respond. So, all right, thanks for listening and peace.